Chiang village in Jiangsu's Haimen City, the village that lost a whole generation of its young men on one day in 1950. Not to flood, fire, or earthquake, but to a wholly man-made disaster. The young men were kidnapped and forced into the service of the KMT army in Taiwan. They lived in tough conditions. The families left behind had no news at all. Then, one day in 1973, a letter arrived. Posted in the U.S., it came from one of the missing men. A secretive line of communication was opened across the years. Of the 87 men kidnapped in 1950, more than 20 are still alive. Most of them live in Taipei or the nearby city of Taoyuan. After years of hardship living in army accommodation, they finally got housed in new apartment buildings. Now well into old age, each cherishes a very special collection. Those secret letters which began to be exchanged in 1973. During the years of cross-strait hostility, the letters had to be sent via the U.S., Japan, or Hong Kong. Over the years, letters increased in number, so the desire of those separated from families to see each other again became stronger and stronger. In 1986, more than a decade after the letter writing had started, one of the exiles, Lu Liansheng, decided to put into action a plan that had been 15 years in preparation. He was going home.
我想，将来离反攻大陆为近了，我这反攻大陆，我这又回家了。 又回家了，让那个没钱啊。东华西跑到家百货公司走了35年，走了35年了，赚到200万台币，就这样过生活。
During those years, Lu Liansheng lived as frugally as possible to save every penny he could. At the same time, he kept a close watch on events on the mainland, secretly listening to radio programs broadcast from there in order to be sure his plan could work safely.
中央人民广播电台，那个20年前那个徐曼有个中医啊，他们报个名字广播员嘛，他说。 这是台湾台独发变请注意，我们专门向你们谈话。
台湾同胞，我想您一定记得大诗人李白的杰作《静夜思》吧？这首诗是这样的：床前明月光，疑是地上霜。举头望明月，低头思故乡。
Xu Man was the first broadcaster to host a program aimed at Taiwan. Through her program, former mainlanders were able to obtain information about their hometowns. Her stories roused a longing for home among many veterans in Taiwan.
台湾岛内的听众朋友，特别是那些阿兵哥吧，他们到那儿以后呢，首先他们的心态是什么呢？第一。 受惊的，像一只受惊的小鸟一样。为什么？有很多当时两岸闭塞不通畅，有许多消息呢是失真的，是不是？比如说，有些就是说，这个大陆不许自由恋爱呀，我们回到大陆会不会要劳改呀？要不要带着劳改鞋呀？有了误解就害怕。我们主持的是空中之友节目。 为岛内的听众朋友解忧解难。
With broadcasts like these and the secret postal communication, Liu Liansheng familiarized himself with the situation on the mainland. But since Taiwan was still under martial law at the time, communicating with the mainland was regarded as treasonous. Political attitudes were uncompromising and harsh, and Liu risked jail. Liu made a careful plan. He applied for permission from the authorities to take a tourist trip to Japan.
Chiang 走了，台湾的地物太多啊，香港离台湾近啊，去日本呢，有嘛，台湾地物比较少啊。我在日本呢，大家都花一点钱啊。
Liu had only 7 days leave in which to make his trip. He had to get to Japan, then to his hometown and back to Taiwan, all in that time. When he boarded the Japanese plane, he hit his first problem. He didn't speak any Japanese. How was he going to find his way from Tokyo back to the mainland? He was left pondering the problem.
刚好找到一个台湾姑娘，那也到日本去，她日本有女朋友。到以后，他下飞机了，又停到日本的什么地方啊？有哪个地点停出来啊？也叫我停了，我从来没到日本过啊。问一个台湾姑娘，哎，我说这个单子怎么停啊？他讲日本你有没有朋友啊？我讲没有啊。你会说日本话？我讲我主要会。他说你找我这个单子来停啊？停了，这日本国东京都湾子饭店30号，我就按照他这个单子停，就和他停得蛮好。他这样子嘛，到哪里到日本呢，就可以下飞机啊。他你不停地方呢，到了日本呢，他还让你生活。
Thanks to the kindness of strangers, Liu found his way to the Chinese embassy in Tokyo. Learning of his plan to visit his hometown, the embassy staff pulled out all the stops to get him there. The next day, he was on a plane for the mainland. So one day in the spring of 1986, half a lifetime from when he last set eyes on it, Liu Liansheng finally returned home to Shuanghe village.
家里2个家在，2个妹子在，1个哥哥还在。回到家嘛，已经37年了。头一次回到家嘛，碰到家里亲人嘛，眼泪流得不停啊，话也流泪了，呼吸都流泪啊，这个话也说不出。
As with that first letter 13 years before, the news of Liu Liansheng's return spread like wildfire. After 36 years, he was the first to make it back from Taiwan. Villagers swarmed into his home to learn about their menfolk still on the island. Then, just as Liu was getting to know his family again, an unexpected guest arrived. It was a local government official called Chiang. Chiang had responsibility for anything related to Taiwan. Liu became very anxious. Chiang, now retired, recalls the scene.
很拘束，面子嘛很紧张，说话嘛吞吞吐吐，对吧？啊。眼神嘛躲躲闪闪，就这个样子嘛，对不对？就做害怕的形象，面孔嘛紧张，哎呦，怎么有什么事没有啊？眼睛嘛看来是躲躲闪闪，说话嘛吞吞吐吐，就这个情况，我们呢反正落落大方，给他小政策，介绍家乡情况。
In order to reassure Lu, Chen Wen-sai arranged a special welcome home banquet for him.
通过对他的接待啊，使双河镇更多的台湾同胞大小故里人，所以乡里请他吃饭的时候啊，我特地邀请了几位领导，一式都是和陆连生一样口音的人，因为我们海门啊，南部是叫刷里话，北部叫通东话，陆连生那边呢是说通东话的，我们都是通东人，和他接触，这要把他大小故里可大了。 啊，这些领导都是我们通东人啊，都是他叫他说话就都是死干娘，死干娘，啊，这个呢就是对他震动是很大的。
到这里来，乡里面、县里面，领导、人民政府对我实在太关心了，热情得很。这个大陆是你的老家。 在这里面正常的回来，我想能回来，每个人都想回来，他不能回来，不得回来，心情不均。我想每一个人都信主信了几十年了，都想回来。
7 days later, just as planned, Lu slipped quietly back to Taiwan. He quickly told his comrades about his experiences. For the others, the whole thing seemed like a miraculous dream.
陆连生回来时候，我们都是还有很多人呢，还没死啊，都在那里开会啊，讲你回去，你又不是事，你在日本回去，你怎么样找到别人呢？他跟怎么样联络上呢？
他回去。 我们知道，他回来，我们当然要问他回到家里什么情况，他当然要告诉我们，他回来是对我们讲怎么样，钱也交给他们呐，怎么样，家里人一起都很好，你们不要太想你家里，他们安慰我们。
我说你回去的话，你应该走什么管道去大陆啊？ 我说我们都没有去过，可能就是说，有没有困难？
Lu Liancheng's success stirred the other veterans' desires to go home, but many felt that Lu's plan was too risky to try again. As they hesitated, history once again presented them an opportunity. By the late 1980s, the Shuanghe veterans were all into or nearly into their 60s. They were desperate to make a trip to see their families before it was too late. But they were not alone. With others like them, they took to the streets in protest. For the first time in their lives, they could shout out in public, "I want to return home."
有什么？ 老本来有什么？你们请我到台湾来个，上我们回大陆去，我们要回家。
一个人根本的、基本的路也要归根了给他，不管他怎么样，人死了，把他送到他给他祖先、给他上一代的父母、爷爷奶奶到一起去啊，路也归根嘛。
All of Taiwan was in ferment at the time. Alongside the veterans' protests, there were calls for democratic change and an end to the KMT's autocratic rule. These calls grew louder. Public opinion and street protests combined to create an irresistible pressure for social change. The KMT government acceded to the inevitable. In July 1987, the Taiwan administration abolished the martial law which had been in place for 38 years. At the beginning of that November, Taiwan officially allowed people to visit their relatives on the mainland. The veterans all beat a path to the door of the Taiwan Red Cross, which registered people who wanted to go back to the mainland. After nearly 40 years, the KMT veterans were finally free to return to their hometowns. Soon, media from both the mainland and Taiwan began to report on the veterans' planned trips. The emotional scenes of reunion moved countless people on both sides of the strait. Expectations in Shuanghe village were high. In the spring of 1988, 8 white-haired old men appeared in the village. They were the first batch of kidnapped villagers to return home. They didn't go back to their respective homes immediately. Instead, they all went to Lu Shuitian's home. They had brought back with them the ashes of his father, Lu Yintao. Lu Yintao had lost his mind because of his intense homesickness. Lu Shuitian had been born after his father had been taken. With his father absent, he'd suffered a life of great hardship. He could never have imagined that the first time he set eyes on his father, it would be to receive his mortal remains.
那天我不在家了，下海呢到晚上8点钟回来。我早就知道了，我父亲已经去世了。你父亲回来了啊，我知道。我说他的骨灰放到哪里？他放到那个时候呢，生产队的那个仓库的，放到仓库里去。后来我到那边去看一看，看看呢我就大哭起来了。 觉得太苦了，人家都50回来，我父亲回来怎么这个样子？我活了几千块钱要给他走这个道上啊。
It was a time of powerfully mixed emotions. The happiness of reunion and the sadness at what had been suffered and what might have been.
hard 抱头大哭啊！因为这么多年没见了，哎呀，真的还没想到你们回来了啊！那个时间真是，人家没有回来的，就好有物质的人啊，我们喉咙都大把都拔牙了。
一看到弟弟啊，妈也没有话讲的，哎呀，眼泪水都在掉。可是呢，刚见到母亲呢，母亲呢就说，弟弟带到我见母亲，母亲呢当然是啊心里啊好欢喜啊，啊，就说你孩啊，我们家里叫孩啊，叫带称呼啊，你回来了。
当时我哥哥就抱了我妈妈，也没痛哭，就看了看，笑，要抱了，大约这差不多10分钟样子，抱了看啊，我妈妈。
见到我母亲，我哥哥从那个路上，我妈妈下来的时候，我哥哥就抱他回来了，抱到他家里了。我哥哥就激动得不得了。
我到那里，我叫他，我说爸爸，我叫他们他跑口来没在那个跑路子的，那个人跑好子哭呀，没有我讲的。
这个奶奶小脚就走田里啊，走过来，我跑去接他的时候啊，我2个手握着他，他眼珠啊、眼神啊定了不动，吓坏我。结果呢，我早说呢，孙子啊，我的侄儿都来了，奶奶这是大伯，回去再说。一句话也没有讲，他就这样天天掉眼泪，我也掉眼泪。
Families were reunited. Having endured such long misery, the people of Shuanghe village finally felt their dreams had come true. It was a day never to be forgotten. Lu Hai-chung was able to embrace the daughter born after his kidnapping for the very first time.
我用我堂弟去叫他，哇，那个心情就是一抱头大哭啊！他说我没有想到，我还有爸爸在的，我这辈子上也没想到那么苦。
哦哟，那个时候真是很激动啊！后来我小孩就都来了，我爸爸真的，我爸爸很细心的，我就哭啊，我说我母亲不能在一起。后来我爸爸说你不要难过，明年我把那个台湾的妈妈带回来。
Lu Guo-chin, daughter of Lu Jiangjung, was in middle school at the time. She remembers the day when she met her grandfather from Taiwan.
放学的时候，就是说家里客人正在吃饭嘛，然后我一冲进门，我就知道我爷爷要回来了，然后我就大叫一声，我就叫爷爷，然后我爷爷就站起来抱着我在那个转了好几圈，他就说哦，这是我孙女这么大了，然后就哭了，掉眼泪了，就是说我也挺难过的，也是高兴的泪，也是难过的泪，终于可以有爷爷叫。
The return of the first batch of Taiwan veterans was a major event. The county government established a special reception team to take care of these honored visitors. Chen Wen-sai was in charge of the team.
我的台胞在台上是有感情的，因为我通过台前调查，去来人员就我们海文来说，给情况80%以上都是穷苦劳动人民出身。 也就是上河城都是穷渔民、农民出身，一起回来的人，农车组织他们去参加。这个而且在我们乡里面开了座谈会，还搞了宴会招待他们，这个台胞还可开心了。
Time flies by, and soon it was time for the veterans to go back to their lives in Taiwan. But this time they knew it was just a temporary farewell. Times had changed. The people of Shuanghe village were also optimistic. They too could now look forward to more visits from Taiwan. A model boat that tells, in private, of a family tragedy. The dual portrait that marks love beyond the grave. Can the bonds of kinship be carried on down the generations and across the seas? Join us for part 4 of Chiang's Slave Soldiers, Return and Redemption. In 1988, the first group of men from Shuanghe village in Jiangsu who'd been kidnapped into the KMT army in Taiwan returned home to see their families. They'd been missing for almost 40 years. Their lives hijacked by the power politics of the 20th century, they now came back. To tread their native soil and pay their respects to the tombs of their ancestors was a balm to those decades of homesickness, worry, and desperate uncertainty. One of the KMT veterans from Shuanghe lives in downtown Taipei. His name is Liu Baohong. After his eventual discharge from the KMT army, he married a local Taiwanese girl and settled down to raise a family. Today, they are grandparents. Liu Baohong and his wife exercise in the park in the mornings. After they return home, Liu sometimes likes to contemplate a model wooden boat. It represents his destiny. It's a model of the boat from which he and his comrades were kidnapped all those years ago. Since 1988, family exchanges across the strait have become commonplace. Lou's returned to the home village on a number of occasions. But one thing always haunts him, the fate of his younger brother.
我通信的时候一直问我弟弟怎么不跟我通信，找一张护照啊，他拿不出来，我一直在怀疑。
When he was reunited with his family in 1988, the story finally emerged. After repeated questioning, they told him that his little brother had died 10 years earlier. Lu Baohong immediately remembered the scene when they were kidnapped at sea. His little brother had been with them that day.
船1号叫我们上那个船，我当时搞不清楚，就上那个船了。我弟弟也跟我上船，我一看苗头不对，不对了，要弄我们人了。我们还有讲，他要我们干什么？我就不讲了，我紧急抱我的弟弟，送到这个船了，我抱好了就放下去啊。结果我这个地方啊，沉船的那个篙子啊，大破，不能走路。 我也不跑了。
Lu Baohong never imagined that when he pushed his little brother back onto their boat, it would be their final farewell. Lu's father had died young. He and his brother were raised by their uncle. While he was with the family in his hometown, Lu hid his grief for his brother. When he returned to Taiwan, it erupted. His daughters remember the scene.
我爸爸是从心底在大哭，从来没有听过一个男人这样子哭过。而且他知道他弟弟过世，知道的那一天已经距离他弟弟过世10年了。他10年后才知道，他心里有很自责，会不会是因为他来了台湾，所以他弟弟在家乡劳改，然后病死，他很自责。
所以他后来会一直觉得，如果当初在能够带着无论如何带着他弟弟一起过来台湾，可能他弟弟就不会死了。他心里会这样想。
While Lu Baohong was still coming to terms with the loss of his younger brother, he suffered another blow. In 1989, Lu's uncle felt critically ill and really wanted to see him one last time before he died. Lu's flight was grounded by a typhoon which had struck the region. He waited anxiously for several days. When Lu finally got back to Shuanghe, it was too late. His uncle had passed away.
在这个时候，他心情非常悲痛，就正好从这里下车了以后啊，就一路上到那边，一步一磕头啊，磕到他父亲的灵前。这里都是泥巴路，差不多是70米的样子，一直磕到。
我记得门口我很清楚，他们就伸直耳东西把我夹起来，我站不起来。 我想好，我说这样好了，我说父啊，我回来了。你总算没有不要我，你不要难过，你安心的走。
With the death of his younger brother and now the beloved uncle who had raised him, Lu Baohong's heart was in turmoil. In commemoration, he commissioned a craftsman to make a model of the boat that had taken them out to sea on that fateful day in 1950.
那么我想，我将来跟我的这里的第二代还有第三代，人生老病死啊，我走了死了，那这个爷爷是哪里人啊？江苏怎么来台湾的？我会给他们一个交代。这个下边的小的数字啊，1950年3月16号那一天，就是家人呐、不告而别啊，就这样来了。这条船啊，我唯一的这个就是传家之宝，将来一代一代传下去。
Many of the Shuanghe men in Taiwan have their own unique memorials to their hometown in Jiangsu. Zheng Haiyu keeps 2 special oil paintings.
This is my father, this is my mother. 1986年代的，我家里啊，他那个相片啊，寄给我以后啊，我是找那个画家呀，来给我画这2幅画。走到节日啊，就让他摆出来。我父亲是在5月初1，我母亲呢是正月17。他在走了以后啊，我们每年啊，正月17、5月初1，农历5月初1啊，正月17都要拜拜的，要做节日。
The sad truth is that during the 38 years in which the young men of the village were cut off from their homeland, many of their nearest and dearest passed away. Each family tries to accommodate their loss in their own way.
我目前也在今朝在拍照片的见到你照。
Jiang Hanzhong has a shrine in his home at Shuanghe featuring a picture of his parents. After returning from Taiwan, his father, Jiang Haihong, had the image made specially.
和父亲回来嘛，因为妈妈去世，我父亲走了之后，都是我妈妈操作的这些，好像很感动的，好像对不起嘛，他的妈妈了不起啊，把你们打了。他走了以前这样，心里很伤感的。他说把妈妈的照片寄到台湾，我父亲呢，从几个关系嘛，他就2个人合影放在一起了。
Jiang Haihong commemorated his cherished first wife with their composite photo. Now that the couple have both passed away, it's become a treasured keepsake for his son's family. After the decades of bitter separation that divided the young conscripts from their families, Shuanghe now enjoys something of a reputation as the Taiwanese compatriots' village. During holidays and festivals in the village, the place of honor is always given to the 88-year-old Lu Liansheng. He was the first to return home to settle down for good. Determined to return home from day one, he had never married in Taiwan.
父母们不在了，我那个哥哥等于当个父母一样。我在我一定照顾哥哥的，照顾到他眼睛闭为止，我一直照顾哥哥，我就这样子下决心过来，在台湾很成功，成了中像他们这样子。 这在台湾成了之后，我就没有机会回来了。
In 1986, Lu Liansheng had been the first one whose daring had brought him back to his hometown. It was a dream he maintained as he followed the developing relationship between the mainland and Taiwan.
开放那个88年又回来了，89年又回来了，92年又回来了。 你每年回来一次，那得请那台湾的房子的马拉子， 房子统统卖掉了，当时处理好了，我就过来定居了。
In 1991, a 66-year-old Lu Liansheng got married back in his hometown. A fallen leaf that returned to the root of its tree. Chiang was not the only KMT veteran to settle back in Shuanghe, though many have now passed away. One, Lu Yigao, before he died, made a special bequest to his home village.
他说我心里有一个愿望，那我说是什么呀？他说我心里我在那外面一辈子也没什么大钱，就是有一点点小钱，我也不能给你们了。然后就是说，我想修桥、补路。他当时是这么说的，修桥补路。
那我父亲能找一着，他要修一条桥，那他去世了。这包括他去世了以后，我要认他个信用嘛，我是8个姓，中绝去请了是。 那就叫少万人了，不管多少人嘛。
While Lu Yigao donated his money to the bridge project, it was not without some agonizing. He was most deeply concerned for the future of his beloved only granddaughter, Lu Guaqin.
他说：“你不埋怨我吗？就是说家里日子并不好。” 并不平平淡淡的日子并不好，我说只要你开心，管他呢。他说你爸妈那时候他说有什么顾虑，我说没事，反正是你自己的心，你爱怎么做就怎么做。我那时候的我年纪小，也不懂什么事的。说实话，当时那个也没想那么多，好的，我支持你，就这样。
那这个是我现在，没有父亲也没有我啊。我父亲讲过了，我现在还有饭吃，他给点我是可以的。 我可以得够生的嘛，对得啦。
The bridge has become an important asset for the village. Lu Yiga's descendants feel a special connection to it.
没关系呀。
Lu Yiga named the bridge Lu Jiehe Bridge.
为什么叫这个陆家河桥呢？陆，我们家姓陆，河是我太爷爷的那个名字当中的一个字，河，他叫陆和富，娥是我太太，她叫和娥是那个父亲的名字加母亲的名字相结合，就说是陆家河桥。
It was common for the veterans to want to commemorate their deceased parents and repay the contributions other family members had made to their lives. For 20 years, individually or collectively, they funded the construction of many infrastructure projects to benefit the village, as well as the construction of new homes. None of the veterans were particularly wealthy. They had their own family living expenses in Taiwan. Some in Shuanghe felt a little uneasy. Lu Jinqi's elder brother gave him large sums of money. After their parents had died, Lu Jinqi became the focus of his brother's concern. It put him in a dilemma.
最后一次回来了以后呢，买进很多的房子卖掉回来的，就这笔钱呢，他当时给我的时候呢，在上海虹桥机场的时候呢，就讲的，我代表爷娘，就是感谢你，我这一笔钱呢，就给你起个洋房，我是呢给爷娘报恩给你，你一个人活在爷娘到30多岁还结婚，我对不起你。他有2个儿子在台湾。 房子卖掉了，他住什么地方去？啊， 我是这样想的，故事我把这一笔钱呢全部给他。
Lu's brother returned to Taiwan with the money. He felt relieved. He knew that his brother's family in Taiwan needed that money. Many of the kidnapped men were already married when they were taken to Taiwan. As the years went on, most gave up hope of ever returning to the mainland and remarried in Taiwan. As a consequence, they have children on both sides of the strait. Now these half-brothers and sisters are beginning to get in touch with each other. How did they get on with each other?
我们这里去到台湾去的人，这么多人都有什么想法？好像如果有他们家里有老婆的、有孩子的，他如果想家里的老婆要嫁人呢，好心里都不计较，因为什么呢？我们在外面也要找个老婆，因为几十年了嘛。父亲他回来就拿台湾妈妈的照片呢拿给我们看了。 台湾弟弟的啦，我去台湾了，我台湾的妈妈呢，我台湾的弟弟呢，都很热心的，我带他称呼也叫妈妈的，因为他第二个我父亲的嘛我弟弟呢，弟兄啊都很好，好在台湾啦，吃也吃他们的，用也用他们的，都不要我缺钱的了，就这样子，像自己人一样的。
As time went by, Chiang and Zhang got to know his half-brothers. Then his own daughter, Jiang Xiaoqin, met a young Taiwanese man while visiting relatives. They married. So the relationship between Shuanghe and Taiwan now extends to the third generation. Lu Baohong has no children on the mainland, but for years he's been teaching his children in Taiwan that they belong to Shuanghe village. They know all about their father's story. The model boat tells it all.
中国的这条船啊，当初是很恨的。我当初为什么要上这个？那一天出海。 我不出海不是在家了吗？刚才离开的时候啊，那个弟弟呢，我丢回去了。我心里想，我还留个根在大陆上，我也不愿意离开啊。我为了弟弟，这个到了台湾，通了5年多哎，这个地方，那个车这么大，我把这推到我这个原来的这个船上去，这我一看苗头不对，那我也不能弄。
就在那么一刻之间的一个决定，
在海峡两岸就不同的命运，对，各自展开了这样。只是大家现在说起以往的故事，都会觉得，为什么会是什么样的情况会让大家这样子分离？
我这个床拿来的时候，你们已经出家了，我讲的并不多，我给他们小孩子都讲，那个将来那个孙子东西看。
Lu Baohong has 3 daughters, but only the youngest of them has been back to Shuanghe with him. The trip gave her a better understanding of her father's homesickness and his feelings about that troubled past.
就是这样。
我真的没想到我会跟着我父亲陪着他一起回他的老家，然后看着长江水，我父亲是背着我在掉眼泪，我相信他的感受一定更深。那我是觉得就是说我真的要感谢我的父亲，可以陪着他一起回老家，看到我的祖先、祖祖辈辈们，那个感觉就是会让我有时空错置，我反而会觉得我就是回家了。我听到他们的这个所谓的乡音，对我来讲好亲切，因为我从小就是听我父亲的乡音长大的。
只能说我们期望看到大家的差距越来越小，那大家以后互相能够交往，就是互相能够来往的越来越方便，这样子。
rapeseed flowers in Shuanghe village are in bloom again. The colors of spring flood the village, which has witnessed so many bitter stories. The survivors of those hard times are getting old. They have but one simple desire: to rest at home cultivating their own gardens. The village has seen some big changes with the appearance of new enterprises co-funded by family members from across the strait. A Taiwanese Compatriots Association is funded. Its chairman is compiling an address book of villagers on the other side of the strait. He wants the sense of kinship to pass on from generation to generation. The fishing season comes again, and many young people from the village set out in their boats, following the tried and tested routes that their ancestors taught them. Across the waters, a new day starts over. Daily life goes on. Their stories capture the powerful emotions stirred by this turbulent period in Chinese history. Their fates have fluctuated with the tides of the times. "60 years have passed, but when they look back, the scenes still vividly spring to mind of that fateful day when destiny stole them away to serve as Chiang Kai-shek's slave soldiers."